Welcome to the flip through of this Leuchtturm bullet journal. I made this for a friend of mine because I made one for another friend of mine. We were roommates, also friends and roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
Well, he said I also want one of those, and I was like, okay, sure. So I made one, and I made it for 2021. It was supposed to be done January 2020 because that's his birthday, but it wasn't. And then it was in a box for some time, and now it's October, and now I finally finished it. I'm gonna give it, and I'm very happy that I made it for 2021. But there wasn't that much going on in 2020 anyway, so he couldn't have planned that much. Would have. It's for the best. So, well, here we go. This is like my yearly overview. He could plan some stuff here or put whatever he wants, but it's also nice to have like an overview of the year. And I put a little birthday calendar here. I wrote everything in Dutch because, well, he's a Dutch guy. I actually prefer to plan everything in English, and I don't know why. I think it's just a habit, but because I don't know, I just put everything in Dutch for him. So, but you'll get it. And this is a place where he can write books that he wants to read, book tips or nice books that he has read. Same here, but for movies. It's always good. And it was kind of pressing through, so I stuck this little artsy picture here because I liked it. Addresses and phone numbers, space, because we're old school like that. And then here is the January spread. He is a cyclist. He loves to cycle, so I thought I'd make the first spread about that. And something cold looking. So for January, I made this mountain theme with little trees and mountains and more trees. I actually did this with watercolor and pen. This I think was kind of a miss. I was trying to go further with the theme, but yeah, I don't know. I tried something. They're supposed to be wheels. And more trees, and more mountains, and a place for notes and doodles. And I already made a doodle for him there, for inspiration. Some more space, and then there's February. I definitely stole this theme from Amanda Rach Lee. She makes really nice bullet journal themes, and I'm not as good as she, so I steal. And I mean, that's what it's for. And they always look good. So this is like a what is it? Stones and emeralds, kind of amethyst. I'm also kind of theme as for February, and it's a very satisfying month because it's like exactly 28 days. It starts on a Monday, ends on a Sunday. Fucking love it. I mean, flippin' love it. Flipping on to this to-do list. I'm not really a person who does like all the mood trackers and stuff and habit trackers. It's not really my thing, and I think, I don't know, I always forget. And if I'm making one for someone else, I don't think they would be into that. But you never know. So these are the week spreads, and I just kind of mixed on my brush different kinds of colors so that they would kind of flow over. And I really like the effect of this. I think it looks really nice. So more room for notes. Also, Amanda Rach Lee spread with cacti, but I also added some other plants. But basically, I just stole the whole thing the way it was. There's a to-do list. I really love this one. It's very clean. A lot of spaces. I made a little mistake there because it's supposed to be Friday, so I just made it the day before Saturday. He'll get it. He'll forgive me. Yeah, little pancake plant. And I made another mistake here because I made 32 days instead of 31. So I gave him a bonus plant. And then there's some place for doodles. And the end. This one I really like, even though it's you can kind of see through it, which is a shame. But when we lived together, we used to play a lot of Trackmania on the PS4. And it's just fun racing game, and it's very difficult to steer. And it was, I don't know, it's kind of like a inside joke or something. So this is not so nice, but you know, whatever. And this in the game is like the board where you see all the levels you could choose from. So I made that the monthly spread. I made a to-do list. And the numbers, like they put it in the game. It's not the most, you know, like the best drawn thing ever, but you know, it gets the vibe. Kind of shows a theme. And some more place for doodles. And the end. For May, well, this is a lot of Dutch stuff in it, I guess. Yeah, we have pretty dry humor, and I thought I'd make all these lists, and you know, like the embroidered things that hang on your grandma's wall, but then with some weird quotes and stuff in it. This one says, "It's your problem," which is basically that guy's catchphrase. And all of these frames is the word, not lists. Well, it's not the most neat theme, but it looks okay. And yeah, well, I'm just gonna flip through it real quick because it's not very. It works. Inspirational quotes. Then we get to June. June is another theme that I copied from Amanda Ricci. It's a fruity theme where I didn't give a lot of space to write stuff about the month, which is sad. But then here we have this 2 pages for to-do lists and all of this space for weekly stuff. So, you know, he'll make do. And it's just kind of just written down the month with some fruity doodles. So if you're trying to make like a very quick and easy spread that is fun and fruity, this is kind of the one for you. And I love the surprise banana. The end. This one I really love. I think this is the favorite one that I've made in this entire bullet journal. The July theme, because this guy is really into comic books, and so I made a comic book themed month with this pop art lady who thinks about pizza, of course, always thinking about pizza. What's on a girl's mind? And this list, see, this is a list, Murphy, list of the month and all the days. So he has an overview and a to-do list, and then I made the weekly spread, you know, kind of like a comic book. And I hope he likes it, and he better, because it was a bitch to do. And I really like it myself. I think this one worked out really nicely. Meanwhile, in the notes. And then there's the end. August is one that I inspired from the fact that the person I'm making it for rode his bicycle all around the world. And I'm not joking, he made like a whole circle basically. Well, you can't. He took a plane at some point. But he rode pretty far. And so I have this map that, you know, good luck with filling that in. It looks pretty. Is it functional? No. But it is in theme. A to-do list, and then kind of easy peasy weekly spread with these little Polaroids of the world, and also some paper airplanes, because it's a nice ad. This is kind of a theme with a bunch of things put together, but isn't that what traveling is? Swiss Army knife. More pics. a tiny one. And travel backpack, camping stuff, and a traveler's log for all of his notes and doodles. The end. September is one that I think I would be really into, and I hope he is, but you know, I have to make it exciting for myself as well. I tried to make like a Greek mythology theme, and I think, well, at least the letters worked out pretty well. I'm not sure if he's really into that, but I am, or he will get the references. Here I was a little bit lazy. Sometimes I get lazy. I basically finished the last 6 months of this journal in 4 days and just not like 4 days where I kind of sat and drew a little. Like I spent 4 whole days just sitting down and doing this shit because I was really done with it not being finished. ADHD represent. But then it got done, but sometimes I got a little tired, so like you see here where it says not Sunday because I wrote Sunday on accident. This is from the Horse of Troy, of course, and I have these little pomegranates here to represent the myth of Persephone and Hades. Here's some little winks to like Zeus and Hermes, Artemis, Poseidon, and you know the party god Dionysus. I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English. This is it's kind of comical almost, but the story of Icarus who flew too close to the sun. And this is his daddy, and this is the confused looking Minotaur, who I think is kind of cute actually, so I don't know why you would run away from that. He just wants to be loved. And of course Medusa, which is one of my favorite stories. And I think I also, I was her for Halloween 2 years ago or something. It's a good time. October, I really love. Also, copied from Amanda Rachley. And it's about all these moon phases and stars. And I think it's so cute. And very, easygoing, very clean. It's just black and white. And sometimes that's good. And I'm kind of changing between this spread and this one, which is a lot more. And then we have a quiet one again, and then one of these, and I just love it so much. Gotta put the Halloween there so he doesn't forget. Place for notes, and little moon to end. November, probably also from Amanda Rachley, and I've done this in many a bullet journal, many a notebook. I love these flowers. I think they look just, like winter flowers. So I love it for November, for sure. So I made a to-do list. And then these weekly spreads are a little different than usual. Like here, you can really write down all your appointments and time things. And then here, maybe write your to-do list. I like to kind of make every month a little different, because then you can find out what works for you. I'm not sure he will make his own bullet journal, but whatever. Like to mix it up. And this is the end. This is also a very personal one again, because we play a lot of Catan, and this is a Catan inspired bullet journal. Well, I kind of like it. It's not my favorite. It doesn't look the best of everything, but it does the job. And I mostly like these numbers on the chips of the game. I made every week one of the ground, whatchamacallit, I'll put a word here. The 7 is of course the thief. I don't know if you're familiar with the game, you will get it, but otherwise you won't. The numbers only go into 12, so here I have this spread with sheep, and here I continued the numbers nevertheless, but then together, and I think it looks really nice. And I mean, kind of Christmassy. It is a December spread. And then this happened. This is like the last page, which I think is such a waste because I think it's the least pretty of the entire notebook, and it's kind of sad to close it off with that one, but whatever. It's done. It's done now. And the end, I have the little thief again. And the rest is just notes and doodles and whatever the hell, he wants. And it's nice to have some space in your notebook, I always find. Also to tear out some pages. And here, of course, which I love about these kind of notebooks, is that they have a little thingy for whatever you want. And that's that. That was the notebook that I made for a friend that I put way too much effort in. And I'm never doing it again. Okay, thank you for watching.